Good morning, traders. This is Michael coming to you from GammaEdge on Thursday, November 30th, end of the month. We're going to do our pre-market morning strategy and briefing session. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the SPX PM settled 0 DTE. SPX PM settled 0 DTE, our normal progression obviously is identify spot price and then identify our transition levels. We closed at 45.50 yesterday. We are seeing a put dominated above and below spot price here, mostly in the money puts above us. Transition there at P-Trans at 45.65. We see 45.70 and 75 above us. Obviously, that's a plus GEX level. That'll be important for us to get up to and get over today if we're planning to have any upside advance or movement in the market. We are gapping up slightly, so we'll see where we open. Again, in the money puts above us. Mechanical closing would change the overrun or overcome the Greeks as we go throughout the day. So we'll see how this plays out. Again, capturing that 45.70, 75 to the upside may give us an opportunity to move higher, but we see it significantly weighing pretty quickly on the call side. The out of the money call speculation really not present at the moment. So we'll watch the Vol-D and Vol-M command throughout the day. Again, to the downside, negative GEX there at 45.25. I discussed that yesterday, really on the full complex and plus one DT and actually into next week. That lower bound of kind of that range that we're looking at was around that 45.25 to 45.30. So we see in the money calls come in. Obviously 4,500, very important level that we stay above for a constructive market structure. So we'll see how this kind of plays out today with the PCE news that we've had this morning. Looks like we're gapping up and at least holding that gap up for now. Plus one DT, obviously this would be the start of December. Again, end of the month, sometimes we see some flows in and out as we see some adjustments for the end of the month, and then into December, start positioning for the December OPEX. Again, to the downside, we're put dominated above and below spot price. A little bit more messy on this structure. We see transition really narrow, spot price below transition, but really we have in the money calls and out of the money calls, in the money puts above us, just kind of hodgepodge there. Really the only structure here is the out of the money put speculation there at plus or negative GEX down towards 45.40, and then we see just kind of a hodgepodge of layers and delta and gamma all the way down towards that 4,500 level. So we'll see if this kind of we get some more clarity today after our gap up, and we'll see how this plays out throughout the day. Into next week, I'll go ahead and click those on. Balance of next week, we are call dominated above and below spot price, so call speculators still really out in force, which is great. Narrow transition really gives us the opportunity to set our trading plans for if this, then this. We do have those out of the money puts below us that we could start capturing on any weakness all the way down really to 4,500. So a couple stop areas that I'll be watching. The downside will be that 45.25 to 45.30. See if we get any consolidation or demand into that level. If we get below that 45.20 to 25, then these out of the money puts will continue to exert their force all the way down probably towards 4,500. Against call speculation is still alive and well above us though, so that is constructive also, and we're call dominated there above and below spot price. So we'll see kind of how this structure changes into the end of the month. I'm anticipating that we'll hopefully get some more clarity at least for next week. The SPX PM settled total structure here, all expiries turned on, still call dominated again. You'll notice that negative GEX at 45.25 to 45.30, extremely important, 4,500. Significant net delta gamma level there, 150,000 contracts. So really any weakness down towards that 4,500 with a constructive tick, I would be looking to get involved in the market environment, at least on the long side, as long as the tick stays constructive and we stay call dominated. We see calls all the way up 4,600. Out of the money call speculation 4,650 continues all the way up. We'll go ahead and take a look at the landscape view. Again, still constructive on the upside for the call speculation. We do have these puts coming up under spot price, which is not necessarily a bearish look. Actually, that is opportunistic for a lot of the puts to come just under spot price and take advantage of weakness in the market. So I like to see that. Really not a significant targeting down below 4,500, it wanes pretty quickly. So unless this really starts to change down below those levels that we see a lot of out of the money put speculation start to come in, targeting to the downside, I still think this is very constructive down towards that 45.20, 45.30 level, and then 4,500 would be that ultimate kind of bottom side. I'd be looking to get involved and then continue to want to see the call speculators come out in full force and fill this structure and profile out to the upside. We'll go ahead and take a look at the pre-market price action.
Appreciate it. What stays in Vegas, at least while you're there, won't stay, or what happens in Vegas won't stay, hopefully. So report it out and let us know what happens.
Sorry about that. Really a muted environment on those numbers this morning. We're gapping up slightly, but really just into area where we were at yesterday, that 45, 456, 457 level on SPY, and then we'll probably gap right into this 4550, 4560 level, possibly 4570 there on SPX. We're going to take a little bit longer view of SPX. I like to look at the 65-minute chart. This gives you the same number of candles and balanced out. You could look at a 15 or 30-minute chart, but 65 really gives me a good overview. You can see we're really just kind of stuck in this range that we've been stuck in really since Monday on the 20th, where we moved up, got a gap down, and then kind of consolidated, and then now we're just in this significant range here. So 45.40 to 45.30 on the downside, that's kind of where I've drawn my kind of TA analysis in this box. We had a really strong sell wick, obviously significant selling into that 45, 80, 90 overhead as we kind of anticipated. And then pulled back down into this consolidation area. That's kind of my thesis yesterday. I wanted to see really a testing of that top of that area at that 45.70, but then we saw more weakness down throughout the day, down into the consolidation area. So really, until this range breaks either way, and we see a significant change in structure, I continue to think that we'll probably be consolidating to the end of the month, and then obviously into next week. Again, 4,600 would be the significant target to the upside, and then obviously 4,500 would be that ultimate look to the downside. But we have multiple levels to go through that we'd have to see significant weakness and out of the money put speculation come in to start targeting at 4,500. So we'll see how this kind of plays out today. Anticipation for me is we could see a little bit more weakness down towards that 45, 30, 35 level, and then the top side would be 45, 75, 80 unless we see significant call speculation back to the upside. So that's kind of my plan and thesis if-thens for today. Consolidation. Tick still looks constructive, red above cyan. We did lose the shortest term moving averages, at least on the tick US. New highs were still outpacing new lows yesterday. Filter tick was above 0, so that was still very constructive. ARCX still still positive slopes on the red and the cyan. Market model is still long, which is great. Tick tag combos. We did see a little bit weakness crossing below the shortest term moving average here. So we really want to see this slope maintained throughout the day and continue. If we start seeing the bolded CT or bolded white line start drop below in the moving averages and start seeing a negative slope on the CT, then I would take my foot off the gas a little bit and just be in a precautionary look as we could move down towards the colored ribbons and see a little bit more consolidation and a little bit more weakness. So hopefully that helps heading into today. That's kind of my thesis there. Obviously, we're seeing just back and forth action this morning on those PCE numbers, so we'll really see at the open how everything plays out. So multiple levels below us for demand action, and then obviously multiple supply levels at the moment above us. So we'll see how the structure plays out. So that's all I have this morning. Let's make it a great day. We'll see you in the Discord in a few minutes. Thanks.